I'm not sure where the numbers are coming, who's telling the truth there.
Education advocates looking at a new report on school spending want the authors to check their math. It says Alberta is spending more on education and spending faster than anywhere else in the country. But that doesn't add up for some.
But a new Fraser Institute report says public school spending is up 3.2% per student in recent years, which it says is higher than the national average.
We believe they're incorporating capital expenditures into that. And it's the same thing as saying if you neglect your vehicle for 10 years or 20 years or 30 years, as public education has been, then of course the cost of fixing that system is going to cost you more later down the road. So of course that's going to happen.
The report says per student spending was up from about $14,000 in 2012 to roughly $14,500 in 2016.
The numbers are adjusted for inflation and pulled from Statistics Canada, and the think tank stresses half of the increase is from renovating, expanding, or building new schools, all capital costs.
You have to consider that the student population over the 5 years increased by 10%. That's unlike, for example, all the provinces in Atlantic Canada where there was a decline in enrollment. Ontario similarly had a decline in enrollment. And so the pressures on the education budget when you have a growing student population is much higher.
Alberta's largest school district, the Calgary Board of Education, pulled $15 million from a maintenance grant to cover what it says is a $32 million funding shortfall handed down from the government. Most of the money will be used to reinstate 317 temporary teaching positions that would have been cut. But the Fraser Institute notes program spending is worth a closer look.
You're one of only 3 provinces that provides religious education in the public system. In all the other provinces, including your neighbor here, British Columbia, you would go to an independent school.
Whatever the solution is, Silva says people are running out of patience.
We are really quite tired of this chronic underfunding and then blaming the system itself.
In Calgary, Crystal Ladaris, City News.